All right, forget that romanticized, rustic image of farming you might have in your head. Today, we're diving straight into an incredibly eye-opening explainer based on Kai's Note article on 2026 smart agriculture. And wow, Kai's piece really pulls back the curtain on a hyper-advanced sector. We're talking about the very foundation of our society, our food supply, being radically redefined. Look, right now in Japan, the average age of a farmer is rapidly approaching 70. 70! That labor shortage isn't just a hurdle, it's an existential threat. But as Kai points out, the fix isn't just working harder, the solution is literally science fiction coming to life by 2026.
So ask yourself this. All that intellect, those intricate equations you've mastered, or the complex code you write, are they just symbols to pass the grade, or to land a completely standard tech job? Are you really going to let them remain as just mere patterns on a screen? Or are you ready to step up to a genuinely historic turning point? Because right now, the absolute giants of industry are painting a brand new reality on a global canvas. It's a future where data and dirt are finally colliding. And the thing is, there are empty spaces on that canvas that only your hands, the engineers, the data scientists, the innovators, can fill.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the brutal, yet kind of beautiful juxtaposition forced by absolute necessity. Yesterday's agriculture, well, it was ruled pretty much entirely by unspoken experience, grueling manual labor, and just deep physical exhaustion. A noble path for sure, but totally unsustainable with a shrinking workforce. But step into 2026, and Japanese agriculture transforms into a hyper-advanced, high-tech industry. It's like a cyberpunk reality out there. We're seeing physical AI and precision data merging to solve massive, national-level crises like food self-sufficiency. KI's article maps this out perfectly across 3 core pillars, moving from the skies right down to the soil.
All right, moving on to Section 1, Aerial Protection, the Pinpoint Defenders. Let's look up to the skies for our first technological pillar.
And here's the absolute game changer, a 90% reduction. Seriously, we now have what are basically doctors in the sky. These aren't your typical hobby drones. They are high-end machines acting in seamless synchronization with AI, scanning vast fields down to the exact centimeter. By using multispectral imaging, they literally read the precise health of individual plants. So instead of just blanket spraying chemicals and crossing their fingers, they identify the specific, isolated spots where pests or diseases are about to break out. Then they deliver the exact microscopic amount of pesticide needed, right there. The result? They're driving chemical usage down by an incredible 90%, which radically reduces the environmental load while guarding our crops 24/7.
And the companies making this happen are literally turning the sky into a digital matrix. Take Opting, for example. They're a top runner in agricultural digital transformation, using AI agents to completely automate complex pest control tasks straight from the cloud. Then you have NileWorks. These guys are taking it a massive step further by creating perfect digital twins of actual farms. Imagine this. They're simulating exact crop cycles, weather variables, and soil conditions in a totally virtual environment. So the AI analyzes uneven crop growth in the simulation before it even happens in real life. Because of this, a young, totally inexperienced farmer can manage vast tracts of land with absolute precision, literally just using their smartphone. It's calculated aerial supremacy, plain and simple.
Which brings us to Section 2, Autonomous Unmanned Tractors, Ghost Fleets of the Earth. If the drones are the tactical eyes in the sky, this second pillar is all about the silent revolution happening right on the ground. The whole paradigm is shifting from moving legs to producing arms. Think about it. For decades, the absolute hardest, most grueling part of farming was spending endless, bone-rattling hours driving a tractor up and down the exact same plot of land. Well, not anymore. Physical AI has evolved these machines way past just transportation. Using highly advanced GPS, LiDAR, and deep learning sensors, these machines are now fully autonomous. They till, they do precision planting, and they harvest. And the craziest part? They do it completely unmanned, often working flawlessly under the quiet cover of night.
And we're seeing some real titans commanding this space. Kubota is commercializing their fully unmanned Agri Robo series, basically treating massive farm machinery as running AI terminals linked to satellite data to nail optimal harvest times. Yanmar is deploying real-time AI analytics right on the edge to optimize fuel efficiency and actually predict maintenance issues before a breakdown even happens. And then there's Agrist. They are fielding 24/7 robotic cucumber harvesters. Now here's a wild fact. Cucumbers are notoriously difficult for robots to harvest. Why? Because they're the exact same color as their stems and leaves. It's a total visual nightmare for a standard camera. But Agrist's autonomous harvesters use advanced physical AI to literally pierce through that natural camouflage, navigating and picking crops totally on their own at night. It completely revolutionizes what a farmer's work hours even look like.
Now, let's pivot to Section 3, digitizing unspoken wisdom, the mindware. We've got the hardware covered, but this third pillar is all about capturing the ancient, intuitive knowledge of master farmers.
So this happens in 3 distinct phases. For generations, a master farmer could just look at a slight wilt in a leaf or a subtle color shift in the soil and intuitively know exactly what to do. Well, step 1, environmental sensors and hyperspectral cameras capture all that raw, invisible data. Step 2, AI steps in to analyze those images and soil readings, quite literally downloading that human intuition into a digital format. And finally, step 3, it spits out an actionable prophecy. This completely democratizes what used to be an elite artisan skill. The system tells the user exactly when to water, when to harvest, and what nutrients are missing. It ensures that a complete beginner, in their very first year, can produce the exact same high-quality yields as a veteran with 40 years of experience. That is just mind-blowing.
The institutions masterminding this operate kind of like an elite task force. You have Nero acting as the central intelligence hub. Then there's Siraku, running Japan's largest agricultural IoT platform, where an AI can just tell you in perfectly natural language, hey, greenhouse number 4 needs targeted watering tomorrow at noon. And then you have Keyware. They are synthesizing decades of highly fragmented research data to build an agriculture-specific large language model. I mean, really think about that for a second. An LLM trained purely on the language of the earth. They are literally building a vast, accessible infrastructure of digital farming wisdom.
Just as electricity once transformed civilization, this incredible combination of precision data, advanced AI, and heavy robotics is our ultimate weapon to break through the wall of climate change and global food scarcity. So this isn't just about food, and it certainly isn't just some neat tech trick. It is a literal call to arms for engineers, mechanics, data scientists, and forward thinkers. The systems that are going to keep humanity fed for the next century are being coded right now. And your specific expertise, it's required to fill the empty spaces on this massive global canvas.
As Kaya's article proves, the world is being silently but very surely redefined. The tech is here, the blueprints are drawn, and the front line has definitely been established. So I have to leave you with this question. Will you inherit a finished world, merely existing within it, or will you engineer the front line of our survival?